Welcome back to Living 808. As many of you know, February 1st through March 1st is Black History Month, and in honor of Black History Month, we have Erica Nicole Malone on to talk about her latest film, Remember Me, the Mahalia Jackson story, which currently holds multiple nominations for the NAACP Awards 2023 and was recently featured at the Directors and Creators Spotlight at the Sundance Film Festival. Aloha!
Aloha to you. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Of course. So happy to have you. It is such an honor. I mean, obviously big things happening with the film. So tell us about it. How have things been going?
It's been absolutely amazing. Remember Me, the Mahalia Jackson story is on Hulu. It's one of the top featured movies. It's just been an amazing ride, being able to talk about our queen of gospel music, Mahalia Jackson. What I love about Mahalia Jackson, what I love about gospel music, it's so many cultures, just so many people, so many different types of people just love gospel music and the wholesomeness of it. And I just really hope everyone just takes a moment and watch this story about this amazing woman.
Yeah, and let's talk a little bit more about that. What exactly is the film about? What do we see in her life?
I wanted to talk about, I'm from the South. I'm originally from Louisville, Kentucky. It's a little far from Hawaii, but it's just an amazing city. And being in the South, you hear so much about Mahalia Jackson. And I thought when I was a little girl, I would see her on church fans. She'd be on pictures. She was such a celebrated figure. But I didn't know that she was also a pivotal part of the civil rights movement. She was one of the influential voices in Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's ear. And if you see the I Have a Dream speech, when you hear Dr. King, you'll hear her in the background in the speech saying, "Tell him about the dream, Martin, tell him about the dream." And she's basically telling Martin to put those prepared notes down he had and to speak from his heart. So I wanted to write about that. Like, what were those conversations like? Mm-hmm. What did they sit down and talk about that dream? How did she know to yell that out? And how did she feel that their relationship was so close that she could do that? And she thought it would incite change. I felt like she was such a part of the reason why I'm sitting here, because that dream, the I Have a Dream speech is one of the shifting moments in civil rights history. I go through 5 decades of her life, from her early childhood years of being abused to her marriages, to meeting Dr. King, and finally helping him to ascend to being, one of the main pioneers of the civil rights movement. And she was one of the hidden figures that people don't know, that she helped finance a lot of the rallies that Dr. King did. And so she was part of that journey. And I wanted people to know, and I tell people a lot, when you think of her, you could kind of use it as the sidekick to Michael Jordan, in that she was assisting him with that. She would help and inspire him. There was a 16-year age difference. So she was his big sister, and he listened to her. And she was just an amazing figure. She had her CBS radio show. She was a feminist before there was a feminist. She was the Beyonce of gospel music, is what I tell people. She was one of the most formidable people. She crossed racial generations. She sung with Dinah Shore. She sung with Duke Ellington. She was just amazing, amazing figure. And I wanted people to know about and not forget and remember Mahalia Jackson.
An amazing figure with an incredible story, which, of course, you have done an amazing job telling as well. I mean, just going to show by all of the awards that you've won from this. So tell us about some of the awards.
We've had 32 nominations and wins. I mean, it's just been amazing. From British Urban Film Festival to Martha's Vineyard Film Festival, Portland, Oregon, Roxbury Film Festival. I've seen so many. I've been in Boston. I've been in Fort Lauderdale. I've been everywhere. And just so many festivals. Even in the Inclusivity Festival in Canada. Which is a festival that, obviously honors all races, and it was like a beautiful festival that night. I just had an amazing experience. Our director, Denise Dowse, passed away a few months ago.
I'm sorry.
That was a really, heartbreaking for us, but she's on this journey with us today. The film is starring Ledisi, Grammy winner Ledisi, who is amazing as Mahalia Jackson. We have so many people: Janet Huber, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Keith David, Columbus Short, even Corbin Bleu. Can we talk about Corbin Bleu, High School Musical?
Oh my gosh. My childhood crush. I can't wait.
Everyone's childhood crush,
yes.
And so Cab Calloway, he's playing Cab Calloway and does a phenomenal performance as Cab. So one of the things that people don't know is that Dr. King was assassinated in 1968. When he was assassinated, that was a day Mahalia Jackson was supposed to go to be there to sing and to open for him. And so she was really heartbroken. And so 3 years later, she passed away. And I really feel that the brotherhood sisterhood connection was one of the things that broke her heart. She was very sick anyway, but I think that was one of the things. I think she felt like her purpose had been served, and that's how close their bond was.
Oh, I love that. Okay, well, and things like that, that's what you're going to be learning as you're watching this film and hearing more about her story, the incredible connections, and again, how much she did have an influence on the American culture moving forward and still has an impact today. So make sure you check it out. Again, this is on Hulu, and then we'll also have a link on our website at KH12.com under the Living 808 tab where you can find more information. But thank you so much for joining us today and telling us all about it. And big congratulations.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, so excited for you and all of your successes, and I know you're going to do even bigger things in the future. So excited to have you on.
I appreciate you so much.
All right, so much more when Living 808 returns. Stay with us.